Today is day 2 of launching a totally custom automated trading bot using AI, and we're just gonna go ahead and jump right into it, okay? So I've already prompted the AI to give me 10 strategy ideas for some asset classes. Last time when we prompted, we actually did this moving average crossover strategy. It is yet to take a trade, but I just kind of want to show you that it's still looking for these tickers, and it's just hasn't met the conditions yet, right? However, we have a bunch of other strategies that are active and they are placing trades. Our portfolio, unfortunately, has lost about $6,500, but it's actively placing trades. We have some open positions, but hey, that being said, let's go ahead and just get into what we're going to be doing today, which is going to be this RSI divergence strategy, right? This is a totally random strategy. I don't recommend using it, but this is basically just a demonstration of how easy it is to build a totally custom automated trading bot. You could use any one of these or any other strategy that you could define, which I think is super cool, right? So please build me a trading bot using number 2. And so number 2 is right here, right? Obviously. So we submitted this, right? The AI is thinking, but it's probably going to ask a couple questions. And because I'm not familiar with this, RSI divergence strategy that much, I may not be able to answer it, right? So if you have any recommendations for future videos, or maybe you think I should program this slightly differently, just feel free to let me know. I'm happy to take, your considerations. So 1-day chart, this is going to be, I want to see some results. Okay. I know this up here says 1-day chart, but I kind of like when it's, super short term. So we could see the results right away for you guys. Obviously the results will vary, but this is the trading idea that the AI gave us. So let's just use it, right? So time frame. Is this a time frame you'd like to use for both RSI and price divergence? So we'll say yes. Entry conditions, the strategy is to enter when the price makes a new high, but the RSI doesn't. What is the look back period for the new high, and what specific RSI value should we consider? So again, this is where this is not my particular strategy. So I'm just going to say use default values. Okay. So we're just going to use the default values, and it may give us some pushback on that in terms, like the AI may give us some pushback. It may not like that answer, but we're going to double down and see if we can't just use the default values. So you mentioned exiting when the price crosses below the 20-period SMA. Is this the only exit condition, or do you want a specific take profit or stop loss? So again, you could use take profit, stop loss, trailing stops, all that. For this video, I'm just going to say no take profit or stop loss. Again, if you disagree, let me know. We can just obviously launch more bots. But for right now, I'm going to use this. So time restriction, do you want the strategy to operate during specific market hours or days? So you could literally have this as specific as you want. So if you just want to trade Fridays, at 10 a.m., be my guest, you could do that, right? But again, for the purposes of this video, we're just gonna say 24/7, right? And then we're gonna submit that, right? And again, it may give us some pushback on the entry and exit conditions, but we'll address that when it comes down to it, right? So yeah, thank you for the clarification. However, the entry conditions, we still need a little bit more precise. The RSI making a new high is a bit vague. Could you please specify a numerical value for the RSI that we should consider as not making a new high? For example, should we enter a trade when the price makes a new high, but the RSI? And so, yeah, we'll just literally say, yes, do that. So yes to both questions, right? We'll just make it super simple and avoid any specifics. So if you have recommendations on what to do with this strategy, if you want to make edits, let me know, right? But for right now, we're going with this, right? So we're going to do the 1-day chart. We're going to do these entry conditions, these exit conditions, and then there's no time restrictions. And this button lit up green, which means we are good to go. The AI now is extracting the rules from what we just provided it. It's generating the code. And again, this process, I used to build custom trading bots. I used to have a software development agency. This used to take months of time, tens of thousands of dollars. Again, now AI makes it to where it's a breeze, right? Literally, let me see, we are recording about 5 minutes into this, and we're just about ready to launch this bot, right? Now the AI, it has the code and it's refining and optimizing the structure to make it incredibly precise and also incredibly quick, right? This thing will literally execute a trade in like less than 100 milliseconds. It's insane, dude. So, and then once it has this refined structure, we'll see strategy 37 pop up over here. And then shortly after that, we'll be able to launch a trading bot. It'll be pretty sick, right? And we could back test it if we want to. But primarily, I kind of just want to see the performance, right? Well, actually, it's calling it strategy 32, kind of weird. So yeah, but this is it right here. The RSI divergence strategy, 1 day time frame. Cool. So we want to rename this. I'm going to put this active like on NVIDIA and Tesla. Cool. And then I'm just going to select my broker, which is my paper trading broker, and I'll make this 5% of my portfolio. Oh, fuck it. I'll do 10%. It's paper trading after all, right? And then literally all I have to do to launch this as a trading bot is just press start strategy, right? So literally that simple, right? Now this bot is tomorrow, right? The market is closed right now. But tomorrow this bot will be scanning the market for us and placing trades, right? According to this exact strategy that we outlined. If we want to change the settings, we could change the settings. Super easy, right? Now, again, this is super risky, right? So if I want to go and back test this strategy beforehand, I could. So here's, we mentioned we want to trade NVIDIA with this strategy. Let's look at the last, 100 days. And this is what back testing inside of Archaide looks like. It's also incredibly easy, right? Like the AI will take care of everything for us. And again, if you have any questions about any of this stuff, feel free to leave a comment, right? And if you haven't already and you're into this stuff, you're into trading, you're into like technology, into automation, all that stuff, subscribe, follow, right? So literally this gives us, so it's not looking very good for us right now is basically what this back test is telling us, right? It took 112 trades, horrible win rate. We lost money, horrible profit factor, and like, I guess, decent drawdown, right? We're getting rid of it pretty quick as soon as they're losers. But yeah, we're just seeing, continuous downtrend in our equity curve. This is all of the historical trades, but it's not looking too bright for us, guys. Unfortunately, if I go and look at Tesla over the same time frame, let's see if at least one of the assets is looking at least like a little bit positive. I'll be honest with you, based on that, I don't think so. Now, the overarching like trend of the stock was down. So if Tesla was trending up over the same time frame, hopefully it would have made us a little money, but we'll see. No, yeah, about the same. So, yep, it's not looking too good for us. Again, we'll keep it launched, just to kind of see what happens, but it's not looking too hot for us, fellas. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So if you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Or again, if you're interested, subscribe because I'm going to be posting a lot more of these tests. And if you have any suggestions on what we should test, right? If you have any suggestions on what we should test, again, leave it in the comments. I'll be sure to actually test your strategy and post a video like this. I'll tag you as well, just so you can see the kind of the results. I think it's pretty interesting. But yeah, guys, until next time, see you later. Bye.